there is a little bit of a lag. Oh, it's not available. Hybrid battery is low. You can see the high voltage hybrid battery is at less than 50%. The one con that I'll talk about, it's been a little bit more than 6 months since we've picked up our brand new 2025 Toyota Sienna Hybrid Limited in magnetic gray metallic, and we've put thousands of kilometers on this thing. So today I'm gonna give you my full and honest impressions of my 6+ month ownership review on this Toyota Sienna. We've been on trips, groceries, to and from, city, highway driving, all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna give you some real life fuel consumption, and I'm gonna tell you my overall driving impressions and feel, what I like, what I wish was a little bit different just ahead. As I said, we fully use this Sienna for its purpose. We've got 3 kids, so there's 5 of us. We've got 2 kids in the middle here. It's a captain seat configuration on the Limited, and we've got 1 in the back. What I love about this Toyota Sienna Hybrid in general is the long slide feature. You can easily slide the middle row seats all the way forward to let someone get back there, or you can slide them all the way back if you want to create more room to store some luggage or some cargo. And if you can see, I'm holding the camera. I did that with one hand very easily. Another thing that I really love about the Toyota Sienna Hybrid Limited in particular is this ottoman style reclining seat. The kids love it, especially when we go on long trips or long hauls. Now, another feature that I really love about the Toyota Sienna Hybrid, especially this Limited, is the back seats here are heated. The front, of course, heated, ventilated, perforated leather, but you've got that convenience in the back as well. Okay, another feature that I really love, and I didn't think I would use it or we would use it this much, is the kick sensor for the side sliding doors and the rear tailgate. After a couple of trials, you can usually get it to work with one shot, just like that. Very convenient, especially if you're holding one of your kids or some groceries or bags. Before we move on to other things like the real world fuel economy, the one con that I'll talk about, which really isn't a con, I'll explain why in a second, is the middle row seats. Whether you get captain seats or whether you get the bench on the LE or the XLE, the middle row is not removable in any way. I mean, you technically could take that seat off if you needed to. You'll probably have to visit your Toyota dealer and it would be very hard to get it back on, but they're not easily and meant to be removed to access more space or storage for cargo. But like I said, it's really not that big of a deal. You can overcome that obstacle very easily because you've got that long slide feature, which really adds to the interior space. Okay, talking about the real world fuel economy, I'm gonna give you a few tips here, but Toyota claims around 36 miles per gallon combining city and highway fuel economy. You can convert that to liters per 100 because that's what I'm gonna give you right now. We are averaging 7.4 liters per 100 kilometers, and that seems like nothing compared to my Toyota 4Runner Trailhunter, which has the iForce Max powertrain. I'm currently getting 14.8 liters per 100 kilometers. So this thing is basically, you're not really using much fuel at all. We do the bulk of our driving in the city, so that does help with the hybrid system and hybrid technology. But that, my friends, is the real world, real tested fuel economy average, and we've got just over 8,500 kilometers on this Sienna Hybrid Limited. The one thing about upgrading the overall safety and peace of mind on your Sienna Hybrid, I've heard that models like the 2026 Toyota RAV4 could come standard with a standard equipped built-in dash camera, which will probably be right around here, if I'm not mistaken, on the new 2026 RAV4, but let's see when it actually hits the store. In terms of dash cameras, Toyota does offer some dash cameras on some model Toyota vehicles, whether it's 2023 models, 25 models, or 26 models, but on some models they don't, which is why I'm going to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Redtiger. And to that, let's do a quick unboxing of this Redtiger F17 Elite front and rear dash camera. You can see here it's got 4K, 1080p, and full night color, which really comes in handy. let's take a look at what we got inside. Nice quality packaging, which is always nice to see. You got some user manuals here. You've got your cabling and wiring. This looks like it's our rear camera. Yes, this is the F17 Elite rear camera. Really nice and compact, nothing too big or oversized. And this is going to be our front camera assembly. Feels like really nice, high quality stuff here. Nice, large LCD screen so you can see what you're doing on your menus and on your recording. You've got your adhesive side. Really nice stuff here, guys. Let's get this thing installed. All right, dash camera is installed. We've got a nice and seamless installation here. Not in the way, definitely not oversized, but a perfect size, giving you a nice view of that crystal clear LCD screen. Let's check out the rear dash camera. And here's the rear dash camera. Like I said, very compact size, doesn't get in the way, and really easy to install. As I mentioned, Redtiger is the world's first full-color dash camera with in-cabin view. So take a look at that. We've got the view from the front, the rear, and inside the cabin, but you can customize all of this if you just want to see the rear, if you just want to see the in-cabin, or just the front. Really easy to use, very responsive, with responsive notes coming every time you use the screen. Oh, by the way, I didn't even take off this protective cover here. Look at that. Very clear. So Redtiger's F17 front and rear dash camera on the LCD screen gives you a 4K view in the front. It gives you, let's get to the rear, it gives you a 2.5K view in the rear and 1080p on the interior. All are definitely going to suit your needs. Redtiger dash camera also uses Sony Starvis 2 sensors in the front and in the rear cameras. The camera's built-in dual-channel HDR improves dynamic range, ensuring balanced exposure and reducing overexposure or underexposure in challenging light situations. Check out all the built-in features that this dash camera has here. When you go to the menu, you can toggle and choose between sound recording, loop recording, G-sensor, fatigue reminder, click tone, so you can actually change and customize that click tone and volume, Wi-Fi setup, startup sound. There is so much that you can change and customize to your likings about this dash camera. Language setting, clock setting, time style, the list goes on and on and on. You can see what your resolution is. Like I said, 4K, 1080p, 2.5. You can actually go to a 2.5 1080p and 2.5 as well if you wanted to, but I really like the overall ease of use on this dash camera. This F17 Elite dash camera from Redtiger is also capable of reaching transmission speeds of up to 30 megabytes per second, which has been tested in a lab interference-free. Take a look at the quality of this front dash camera specifically. I am at least 5 meters away from that handicap sign, and you can still clearly see and read that is a handicap sign, and the quality on this screen and the camera itself is just really good value. Speaking of quality, with this Redtiger dash camera, you've got amazing picture on the interior, the exterior in the front, and in the rear during the daytime, and very impressive interior, exterior, front, and rear picture in the nighttime with this night color dash camera from Redtiger. So to get your hands on any of the products offered by Redtiger, like this F17 Elite dash camera, make sure you check out the link in the description below. Now, 2 tips I want to give you guys. Try and use this EV mode when you can, which is basically going to be when you're stopped or in sitting traffic and you're not really at high speeds. Use this EV mode. It will help to preserve your combustion engine and not have it kick in as often or at all, which will save you tons of fuel. Now, I can't really use it right now. EV mode unavailable because the hybrid battery is low. Why is the hybrid battery low? Well, I'll show you. It's because I've had this vehicle parked for some time, and in doing that, the battery hasn't really had a chance to regeneratively recoup itself when it comes to the power storage. Let me see if I can show you guys here a actual breakdown of the hybrid battery. You can see the level on the charge is probably at the lower of the two. Okay, I found it right here, energy monitor. You can actually toggle through all the various features that you want to be displayed in your multi-information display system. Okay, so there you go. I'll zoom in a bit. There is the energy monitor. You can see the high voltage hybrid battery is at less than 50%. And when that happens, you cannot use EV mode. But generally, in regular driving conditions, your battery won't really be at less than 50% because as you use your hybrid powertrain system and regeneratively brake, you will send power back to that high voltage hybrid battery. So EV mode will be no issue. Another thing you can kind of keep in mind is try to keep your driving mode in eco for the most part instead of normal or sport. Eco will also help to conserve some of that combustion engine use and use the electrical motor more often. Another thing I really love about the Sienna hybrid, specifically this limited, Toyota upgraded it in 2025 to the latest multimedia, giving you wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, cloud-based navigation, Drive Connect capability, and more. And it also has a premium JBL audio system, which is very good and better than expected. And this 360-degree camera, which the function control button is right here. When you press it, you will get a perfect bird's eye view of what's happening around your vehicle, whether you're trying to park into a tight space or if you're leaving your vehicle somewhere for a long time and you want to see what is around it. This is perfect and easy to use. I really love the ride quality and driving quality of the Sienna. It's really made with high quality finishes and materials. The interior cabin is super quiet, even at highway speeds. The suspension is soft but still controlled, which is ideal for large families, and the all-wheel drive system handles perfectly in snow and rain without any drama. Okay, underneath the hood, this 2.5-liter four-cylinder hybrid powertrain system gives you 245 horsepower and 176 pound-foot of torque. That's not super fast by any means, but it's super smooth, predictable, and feels safe when you're in the driver's seat. But yes, at low throttle or low speeds when you're trying to accelerate, if you are trying to push onto an on-ramp, or if you have a full cargo or full passengers, there is a little bit of a lag when it comes to the overall acceleration or response of the powertrain, but it's very short-lived, and once you get into that power band, the 245 horsepower really kicks in. Let's talk about the standard safety equipment. Now, don't get me wrong, the Sienna Hybrid is still a super safe vehicle and minivan for your family, but when it comes to the standard and latest technology that Toyota has to offer, currently in this Sienna Hybrid, you're going to be getting Toyota Safety Sense 2.0. which is a little bit behind when you're talking about the overall improvements in what Toyota has to offer. For example, the current generation Toyota RAV4 features Toyota Safety Sense 2.5. The new 2026 Toyota RAV4 will actually feature Toyota Safety Sense 4.0, which is the latest, and it's going to debut on the 26 RAV4. But other models, like for example the Grand Highlander, and I believe even the Crown Signia, offer Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, which is still ahead of this 2025 Sienna Hybrid Limited. But you want to hear something really cool? For the first time ever, and I think for the first time in the automotive history, the Sienna Hybrid features, I'll tuck away this drop-down DVD, which comes standard, which we also love on the Sienna Hybrid Limited. The roof here has built-in technology that senses occupants left in the vehicle, whether it's a child, an adult. It is really good at doing that. We tested it out. We actually left one of our kids intentionally in the vehicle while we were outside of the vehicle just to see how it worked. And yeah, you get notified left, right, and center. You get notified on your phone, I believe on your app. I believe the horn goes off on the Sienna, if I'm not mistaken. That's what happened. This was a while ago when we tested it out. But the most important is that you actually get a notification call, if I'm not mistaken. My wife got a notification call saying that there is a occupant left in the Sienna. It was an automated call, if I'm not mistaken, but overall, this is really useful, really cool technology, and it should save some lives. On the interior, we've seen zero issues so far. The interior cabin holds up very well with very little to no rattling or crackling, and the grooves and seams are very tight and high quality, and the materials feel very high quality as well in terms of finishing on the interior of this Sienna Hybrid Limited. I'm gonna show you what else I love about the Sienna in general, regardless if you get a Limited or an LE, and I love the interior cargo space and the maneuverability on the back row. Let's use this rear tailgate kick sensor just to see how fast I can get it to work. There you go. Second or third attempt, I kind of forgot where the sensor is. But check out the cargo space, very useful. You've got that deep storage that goes down in the trunk. This is the benefit of having a Sienna over something like a Grand Highlander. You don't quite get this much cargo. You still get a 60-40 split, which is always good to have. If you have a child sitting on one side or a large passenger, you can still put the other side down to carry some bags or luggage. And you can see here why the Sienna Hybrid is literally the most high demand minivan on the market. The Sienna Hybrid comes in 8-passenger, 7-passenger, front wheel drive, all wheel drive. And I mean, just look at the overall design and aesthetics. It's rather appealing in my opinion, especially if you're on the fence about needing to drive or own a minivan. The Sienna makes you feel a lot better about jumping into a minivan. You can get heads-up display, you can get a vacuum in it for 2025 on the Platinum grade, a mini cooler, the list goes on and on. It is definitely the coolest minivan on the market. If you were on the fence about getting a Sienna Hybrid, whether it was the Limited, the Platinum, or the entry-level LE, hopefully I made you feel a little bit better about your decision by letting you know all these great advantages about having a Sienna Hybrid. We give this a strong 10 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this video, topic, and review, and thank you to Redtiger for sponsoring this video. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.